And he published it. He published this depiction of himself as the Pope. And I have on this poster, I trust that it can be read at the bottom, but if it cannot, for fear that it cannot, I'll hold it up. Donald Trump is not the Pope. Well, we know this. And he should not depict himself as such. The Pope. But I don't know why it would surprise us, to be quite candid with you, that he would do this after the way he has disrespected the Latino community. Disrespected the Latino community by defining persons who are here undocumented as illegals in such a way as to cause all persons who are Latino, look like they're Latino, caught speaking Spanish, all persons to become suspect. And under ICE, these persons who have been suspect have been treated disrespectfully. You don't have to treat people in an inhumane way to police them. You don't have to do it. And you surely don't have to kill them. You don't have to kill them while they're kneeling or face down, shot many times. You don't have to kill them as they're driving past you in an automobile. You don't have to do that. This is a disrespect for human life that this president has shown. Disrespect for human life. So I'm not sure that it should surprise us to see this. His disrespect for the Catholic Church, for people who are the followers of Catholicism. It doesn't surprise me that he would do it, but he shouldn't. This level of disrespect is unbecoming the office and the officer who holds the title President of the United States of America. Unbecoming. But he didn't stop there. He has depicted the Obamas in a very unpleasing, unpleasant, disgraceful, disdainful way. And he has refused to apologize for a video showing the Obamas as apes. I didn't bring the actual picture. I have it. But people are very sensitive, and they don't want to see that. But we have to talk about that because this is disrespect for people of color, regardless as to who you are. It is disrespect. It's disrespectful of people of color. And this is the same level of disrespect and indecency that was utilized to enslave people in this country, the United States of America. And good Christians, many of them, not all, but a good many of them justified the enslavement of human beings because in their theology, the human beings were closer to apes than they were to the Homo sapiens, the human beings that you and I happen to be a part of, that class of human beings. Well, this president went out of his way, it seems, to do this, to disrespect the Obamas. But he didn't stop there. This president had the audacity, the unmitigated gall, to do something that is absolutely inane and insane. He has portrayed himself as Jesus Christ. He has depicted himself as Jesus Christ. And you'll see on this poster that I've noted, Donald Trump is not Jesus. Now, he can make specious statements, questionable statements after he's done this, and try to convince some people, oh no, I was just pretending to be a physician. I was trying to show myself as a physician. Well, most physicians that I know don't have all of this taking place as they are standing over a patient. They don't have, looks like an eagle flying, planes flying through the air, Statue of Liberty. Don't have persons looking in awe as the physician lays a hand on a patient. Don't have what appears to be a person or an image of someone that is human-like, perhaps an angel with wings above. Mr. President, people are not so low of IQ, as you would say it, as to believe that you are not representing yourself as Jesus. People, you use that term, low IQ. So you think all of us are low IQ people. All of us would think that you are a physician. Mr. President, we are not. People are not. We the people are not. And we the people, Mr. President, find this disgraceful. We find it unacceptable. We find it shameful. And we the people believe that you should acknowledge that you were wrong. You don't have to apologize. Just say you were wrong to do this. But you won't. You won't. because you find yourself to be above all and above the law, and in this depiction, above humanity. But, Mr. President, I want you to know that there will be a record for posterity. There will be a record for posterity. Earlier, I talked about legislation that I've already filed. Now, Mr. President, I'm going to mention a resolution, legislation that I will file. I will file legislation, Mr. President, so that those who look through the vista of time will know that at least one person, there may be others, I'm not speaking for anybody but myself. So I say at least one person, and there may be many others, I don't know. But I do know what I will do. I don't speak for any political party. I speak for myself and everybody who agrees with me. And I believe we the people have among us many who will agree. I have this resolution that I will file. Permit me to read the style of the resolution. It reads, resolution condemning President Donald J. Trump. Condemning. Repeating. Resolution condemning President Donald J. Trump for his disgraceful, despicable, and disrespectful social media posts depicting himself as Jesus Christ, diminishing the dignity of the presidency, and bringing disrepute to the office. Diminishing the dignity and bringing disrepute to the office of the presidency. It would seem to me, Mr. President, that you knew or should have known that this would be unacceptable. You knew or should have known. In fact, I have made a few points with that language. Here in the resolution, I have language that says, all who hold public trust, especially those who hold the nation's highest office, bear a heightened responsibility to uphold respect for the diverse religious beliefs in the American people within our population. All of us, especially those who hold public trust. And then I go on to add in the resolution, the President of the United States of America knew or should have known acts by the President of the United States of America that trivialize or exploit any religious symbolism for personal or political purposes are inconsistent with the spirit of mutual respect and dignity that underpin a pluralistic society. This is beneath the dignity of the presidency. And the president knew or should have known this. I go on to say that the president knew or should have known, President of the United States of America knew or should have known that respect for religions by the president is essential to maintaining unity and mutual understanding among the people of all faiths and backgrounds in the United States of America. He knew or should have known. I'm going to move down to what will be one of my last comments, and this one. The President of the United States knew or should have known that the presidency is an office intended to embody the highest standards of respect and integrity and seriousness, and conduct such as this undermines the essential qualities, undermines those essential qualities of dignity and respect, and erodes the respect for the office of the presidency, the respect that the office is intended to command. The president knew or should have known that he is diminishing the presidency in the eyes of the world. So it's not just a little thing. It's not just something, oh, that's just Donald. He's just behaving. Well, when we didn't stop him earlier, when he was depicting the Obamas as he did, and we didn't stop him when he depicted himself as the Pope, and we didn't stop him when he disrespected Latinos, he has now devolved into this. And this devolution is harmful to the presidency. So as a result of what he has done to cause harm to the presidency, it is resolved that the House of Representatives condemns President Donald John Trump for his disgraceful, despicable, and disrespectful Truth Social post depicting himself as Jesus Christ on April 12, 2026, diminishing the dignity of the presidency and bringing disrepute to the office. resolved. That is one of the things that we have resolved. But there's another one. It is also resolved that Donald John Trump, President of the United States of America, should state publicly that his depicting himself as Jesus Christ was disgraceful and offensive. Disgraceful and offensive. Not just to those who are Catholics, but to all persons of all religions. It doesn't just end with this depiction. This is the genesis of it. There are revelations yet to come as it relates to this. And the president knew or should have known that this kind of disrespect